A lot of new developments around here. Warren Long to defense, and how about the construction going on behind us here? The brand new Walter Athletics Center, the Ryan Fieldhouse. We're joined by Northwestern's Vice President for Athletics and Recreation, Dr. Jim Phillips. And Jim, I'm amazed we're not out here wearing hard hats. There's so much construction.
It's amazing, Dave. And when you have vision and you have such great benefactors like you mentioned, and have such strong support from the administration, incredible things happen. And what you see behind us will be as good as anyone has in the country. And to me, it's really the last missing piece. We have tremendous leadership with President Shapiro and Chairman Osborne, and obviously Coach Fitzgerald running our football program. We have the best and brightest student athletes, a world-class university, and a great city, tremendous conference. But our facility piece was the last missing piece. And for us to be able to now have this thing being constructed in about 12 months, be in it, it will be a game changer for us.
It's a spectacular setting, and we're taking a look now at some of the scenes inside and the renderings of the athletic center. I mean, it's really pretty spectacular. Here you are on the lakefront. We're at Hutchison Field, which is another new facility, about a year or so. But this place, what is the overriding purpose and what the overriding benefit's going to be?
Well, I think it's transformational. It's about location. It's about integration into campus, the campus community not being separated by a mile. It's about all student athletes, all 504, but really being led by the engine that drives us, and that's the sport of football. And so when we first started to think about what we could do, it certainly had a major football flavor to it, and it is. But the benefactors will be all 504 student athletes. But day-to-day, football will not go anywhere else. They'll literally travel from their residence halls or wherever they're living to the campus community, to academics, to this building that will have strength and conditioning, sports medicine, academic services, nutrition, dining. It'll be one-stop shopping for our entire football program.
Put your foreman's hat on for us for a moment. How far along is it?
Well, we're probably 12 to 14 months from being in it. The Fieldhouse, Ryan Fieldhouse, Wilson Field will be done next fall, and then the support piece of it will probably be next February, March, April, depending on weather and some of those types of things.
Talk about momentum. Your basketball program just ended an unbelievable season. NCAA tournament for the first time, an NCAA tournament win, great support. Welsh Ryan Arena is under renovation, but what did the success of the basketball program mean to Northwestern, to the university, and to the football program and the other intercollegiate athletics?
Well, I just think it's the beauty of collegiate sports. When done right, it can shine a bright light on a greater university. Athletics is not nearly the most important thing that happens on our campus, but it's such a visible piece, and it's an entryway to learn about this world-class university. And I'm so proud of those student athletes and coaching staff. But when you have two great coaches that are anchored two really important sport programs, like you do with Coach Fitzgerald on the football side and Coach Collins on the basketball side, you see things like 2 10-win seasons in the last 5 years, 2 bowl wins in the last 5 years, an NCAA tournament berth for the first time in history, an NCAA tournament win for the first time in history. I really believe we're just getting started. I really do. And I think that has been shown, I think, with such a bright light with the men's basketball maturation and success. And I think it'll only get better as we go into the future.
Rose Bowl was 22 years ago, and now hundreds of thousands of people say they were there. And I can't imagine how many people are going to say 20 years from now they were at that NCAA tournament game in Salt Lake City.
Yeah, well, that's the whole idea. I think 100,000 plus will say that they were in Salt Lake City for just a great Northwestern moment. We had pep rallies and events around the game that I've just never seen that type of support before. But I think it's really reflective of the department and reflective of where we're going as a university under President Shapiro's leadership. Again, you have a beautiful day like today. I think, again, all of this adds up to the trajectory of Northwestern and Northwestern athletics.
You've been around Fitz for a long time now. You mentioned earlier a great leader of this football program. As you've watched him grow into the job over the years, what's been the biggest change you've seen in him?
Well, I think for all of us, whether it's broadcasting or administration, trying to run an organization, trying to lead a team, I think you're trying to get better each season, and I think I give Fitz a lot of credit because I think he has grown as a head coach and he has developed. And I think in correlation, you've seen the progress of our program with those 10-win seasons, as I mentioned, with the bowl wins. I mean, prior to him coming, we had only one bowl victory in our history. Now we have 3. He's the all-time winningest coach. So I think he'd be the first to tell you he's a better coach today than he was last year or the year before. And whether it's connecting with the guys, whether it's on-field plays, whether it's conditioning, it's what you do during the spring, how you're handling academics. I think it's all of those areas. And again, I'm really proud of Fitz.
He says that already when they show recruits what's going on here from a facility standpoint, it's an eye-opener. These kids who are being recruited now, they're going to know nothing other than the new facility. You're going through a similar renovation with basketball, the new Welsh Ryan Arena, the Tredence Performance Center right next door. How's that going? How's that? I know it's just started.
It's tremendous. I mean, you would be stunned at the progress inside of Welsh Ryan Arena, and I can't thank the Wilson family and the Ryan family and the Tredence family for what they've done. But when you think about it in totality, we have over $400 million worth of facilities and construction going on right now. I'm not sure we've done that in the history of our place. It's been the last missing piece, as I mentioned earlier. And so basketball will take a hiatus away from campus this next year, but in 2018, we'll open up a new renovated Welsh Ryan Arena, and I think it'll be as nice as anyone has. We're going to reduce seats from about 8,100 to a little over 7,000. It'll be state-of-the-art relative to seating, whether relative to concessions, the game day atmosphere, the fan experience. But then right next door, we'll have a connection to the Tredence Performance Center. So day to day, 24 hours a day, those young men and women can come and play basketball at any time of the day. Volleyball will benefit from it. A nutrition center over there, a weight room there, meeting rooms, classrooms, auditorium, coaches' offices, locker rooms. It's really an exciting time, Dave, at Northwestern, and that's why I just think we are just getting started, because we've had these programs and maybe we've been behind a little bit in facilities, but we're going to jump way ahead of the curve when it comes to where our kids are practicing, playing, and competing.
Can't wait. We've talked about football, men's basketball, spring sports are underway. Good start there.
Absolutely, and we're coming off a great winter session from our sports perspective. Olivia Rosenthal won a national championship in diving, first time ever in the history of Northwestern. We're coming off of women's soccer winning a Big Ten championship. Had a great finish with some of those winter sport programs. Spring sports are fast and furious, whether it's lacrosse or softball, baseball, the 2 golfs, the 2 tennises, all really doing well. And so we're excited to see where this may go as we get into April and into May and the rest of the spring sports.
You got to be excited to see what's happening with this football team, though, as you look towards September and the opener against Nevada.
Well, on paper, looks like we have a great group, but you don't play it on paper, and we got to have good practices here in the spring, and we have to have a really good summer session to get ready for a competitive fall season, both in the non-conference and in the conference. But it's incredibly exciting when you look at who we have returning on the offensive side, who's coming back defensively. So be really fun this fall for you, Dave.
No question. Great times. Jim, thanks for the time. We'll let you watch the rest of practice, or maybe go look at the construction.
Sounds
whatever.
Good. I'll get a hard hat on and get a hammer and go to work. Thanks,
there you
Dave.
go.
Go
Jim
Cats.
Phillips, Vice President of Athletics and Recreation at Northwestern.